Hey, what's up, what's up, what's up, what's up? Welcome back to my Own the Shoulders of Giants YouTube channel. I am Joseph Ward, the author, founder, and creator of On the Shoulders of Giants. For more information about On the Shoulders of Giants, make sure you visit my website at www.ontheshoulders.org. You can also visit my On the Shoulders of Giants blog at www.ontheshoulders1, and that's the number one, ontheshoulders1.com. That way you can learn more about On the Shoulders of Giants, our mission, why we exist, and also why I, Joseph Ward, exist as a historian and do what I do. Thank you for tuning back in for another video. In today's video, I want to cover Black America and its codes of conduct. Now, for a while, I've heard a lot of rhetoric saying Black America did not have a code of conduct. And as far as I know, I haven't came across any information talking about any kind of code of conduct. So if Black America, if in some parts of Black America a code of conduct did exist, it was not something that was spread far and wide, because on a national level, even on the state level, on the citywide level, the community levels, neighborhood levels, Black America have no code of conduct. We just, whatever the law of the land is, whether it's for us or against us, we seem to go with it. Even if we know it's not against us, we kind of seem to do it. And not being on code allows you to be vulnerable, especially when you live in a society where oppression and white supremacy is rampant. You have to be on code to protect yourself, to be able to thrive. We have to be able to work as one unit. And that's the whole purpose of having codes of conduct, so you can work as one unit. An example of code of conduct is white America's support or voting support for Donald Trump. And let me break that down a bit. You have white women who are feminist, who threw their feminism aside and went with being white and stayed on code and voted the guy into the White House that says we're going to make America great again, which means we're going to bring white America to the forefront and we're going to shove it down everybody's throat. And you have white women who supposedly are feminists who threw that to the side for the time being and went with their whiteness, went with what was going on with them racially, and stayed on code. And whether it worked for them or not, time will tell. But the fact of the matter is they stay on code. White people know how to stay on code. They have things built in, and they are going to do what they need to do to organize and crush us. And so that's something that's ingrained in them from childbirth, right? So Black America, we have to have our own set of codes that can help us protect ourselves and thrive as a people. So I'm a part of an organization, a nonprofit organization called PACTS Inc. And PACTS Inc. is a black advocacy organization aimed at developing the black community to its maximum potential through a focus on education and economics with the traits of hard work, honesty, and integrity. And the website for PACTS Inc. is www.pactsinc.org. So with PACTS Inc., we've developed codes of conduct, what we call black codes of social engineering, because what we're talking about is re-engineering how we interact with each other socially. So therefore we can thrive, we can protect ourselves. The codes are ingrained in us so much that whenever anything happens, we know how to respond as a cohesive unit, because the codes are what we are standing upon. And if somebody goes against the code, then we will deal with them. But nevertheless, codes have to be established. So let me go through the codes. It's 12 codes, right? And when you go to www.pactsinc.org, you click on the tab that says the code. So the first code is the Vegas rule. What goes on in the black community is discussed and resolved in the black community. We don't have to put our information and our business on Front Street for everybody else to know. No other group of people does that in America but Black Americans. We're the only one who feels like we have to incorporate everybody else into what we have going on in our house. Now, what goes on in the black community stays in the black community doesn't mean that we sweep issues under the rug. That means we deal with our issues within our community in the most healthy and productive way, but it's nobody else's business what the hell goes on in our community, in our houses. It's nobody else's business. You think about it, you have no idea what's going on within these other communities. But yet we always have an open door policy for other people to see what we have coming in. That has to change. The Vegas rule. What goes on in the black community stays in the black community. The second code of conduct is the good faith rule. Communicate in good faith to identify issues and problem solve. So we're not going to tear each other down. I can disagree with you civilly. I don't have to agree with everything you say just because you're black. I don't have to uphold everything you say that just because you're black. I don't have to support everything that you say because you're black. But I don't use my words or anything about me to tear you down. We're not here to tear each other down. We're here to lift each other up and pick each other up, right? Far too often our communities communicate with each other in a negative fashion, right? So we got to get over this negativity that we have in our rhetoric. We're not trying to conquer each other. Our job is to work together. Race is a team sport, and we're the only team in this team sport who hasn't really grasped the concept that race is a team sport. So these codes are going to help us work as a cohesive unit to be able to thrive as a team. Good faith rule. Always communicate in good faith to identify issues and problem solve. We can have a disagreement. We can have issues with each other and resolve them civilly as black people, right? We don't have to always resort to the crazy shit. We can resolve stuff civilly as black people. And I'm going to talk about you in good light, especially in front of company, especially in front of other folk, especially in front of white supremacy. I'm going to talk about you in the best light. I may not like you, but I'm going to talk about you in good light. I'm not going to tear you down, and I'm not going to let them tear you down, because no matter how I feel about you, you're still a part of this team, and we need you to win. And we need everybody to be on code, because if everybody's on code, we're going to have significant improvements in our conditions, in the way we exist with each other, and the way other people exist with us. Guaranteed. The third code is the conservation of energy rule. Make an effort to get involved with projects that generate collective statements regarding any issues that negatively impact black communities. We spend far too much time duplicating work and making duplicate statements. Before you get involved with any project or in making any statement, see if someone else has already fully conveyed or established what you are looking for. If they haven't, then divert your If they have, then divert your energy to something else. Two fish restaurants side by side will eventually run each other out of business. There's two barbershops, two car washes, two beauty salons, two churches, two barbecue spots. Far too often we see a duplication of services within a mile radius. Like I was just driving today, and I was on this one street in the city, and there are 3 barber and beauty shops within 400 yards of each other, all black owned. How we gonna help each other 400 yards apart? Conservation of energy rule. I already knew these businesses were here, and I build anyway. I'm not conserving our energy. We're not competing with each other. We are working together. Black dollars work best when they work together, not against each other. You can't have economic power working against your teammate. Think about it. Think about that. Conservation of energy rule. Our next rule is the positive acknowledgement rule. Make every effort to acknowledge and, or at minimum, greet members of your community when in their presence. Greet members of your community when they're in your presence. It's building rapport, building that sense of community, building that communication, building that love between each other that we need. Greeting people is the first step in building a relationship with them, and in our current situation, we need to build as many relationships inside the community as we can. The deep ramifications of simply acknowledging someone's presence cannot be overstated. You could prevent someone from committing suicide, meet a lifelong friend, find a business partner, or find a job for someone else you know, all because you simply nodded your head and said hello. Acknowledge your people. You can't talk about black love all day and walk right past your people not acknowledging your people. I'm from the South, so that's what we do. I'm from Florida. If you don't acknowledge somebody when they pass by, especially another black person, that's a problem. You know, we acknowledge. I know I have a. That's what I do. That's part of the culture of what I've grown up doing. And I know when you go to other places, that's not necessarily what it is. But we have to get to that. We have to acknowledge each other's presence and show each other some attention, some appreciation, some love, all these different things between each other. Acknowledge each other. We are working together as one team, and I'm gonna keep saying it. We are one team, one unit, and these codes of conduct will allow us to work as a cohesive, thriving unit and actually be victorious as a unit. The next the next code rather, is levels to this. It's levels to this. It's levels to this. And let me explain. Recognize levels and address them accordingly when it comes to credibility in research and expertise of field. Understand that just because you know something doesn't mean you know everything, and just because someone doesn't know as much as you doesn't mean that they don't know anything. Everyone is on a journey when it comes to dealing with community members. We need to be willing to help everyone we come into contact with. There are levels to everything that we're dealing with. And when you acknowledge that you don't know everything, that opens you up to be able to learn about the multitudes of the levels that we're dealing with. White supremacy is not something that just surface level that you can just say, oh, well, this is white supremacy. It's many, 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 many levels to this white supremacy that we face, because it's been going on for hundreds of years. It's been going on for a while, white supremacy. And especially with what we have going over here in these Americas, it's been going on since late 1400s, right? White supremacy has been shaped and molded and twisted and turned and constructed and metamorphosized and transformed all over these years. And it's very, very, very adaptive as well. So it's levels to this. Always remember, it's levels to everything. Don't just look at something on the surface. And you can look at it in many different ways, not just from your specific point of view, because you may not have the full scope of what's going on. So always be willing to look at things from more than one view. All right, our next rule is the crack and the concrete rule. So when achieving certain levels of knowledge and or power to progress the movement, create an opportunity for others to use the same pathway already forged. Be like the flower growing in the concrete. It doesn't bash or look down on other plants that fail to make it through the concrete. It weakens the concrete, creating space for more flowers to come through. Don't sit on your success and gloat over the community. Help other community members achieve what you have by helping them down the road that you have blazed. Far too often we have people in our community who will achieve levels of success and then look down on others who haven't achieved that. There's no way you're going to achieve success by yourself. There's no way you're going to achieve success without resources. There's no way you're going to achieve success just being in some kind of silo. So something happened. Somebody pulled back to pull you up. Look back to pull you up, rather. Somebody looked back to pull you up. They pulled you up. Somebody afforded you opportunities. So we have to do the same thing. Whenever we create something that can help others, use it to help others. Right? There's enough room for all of us to be successful. There's enough money in this world and resources for all of us. Only those people with that greedy white supremacist mindset think that the resources and everything is limited because of, you know, that nature versus nurture that afforded them to be where they are in life. But when we are reaching back and helping others become successful as well, we're enhancing our success. We're making that network stronger. We're making our community stronger. It doesn't help Black America to have 4 or 5 billionaires who are just billionaires and aren't helping anybody else become billionaires. If we had 1 billionaire using their billions to make other billionaires, that 1 billionaire is so powerful, because the billionaires that you make are going to make more and make more and make more. Cracking the concrete. When you find a way to become successful, teach others, especially other Black and African people, how to be successful. Help others become successful as well. Cracking the concrete. Reach back. The next code is the daily affirmation rule. Speak out loud daily affirmations that value your importance to the Black community and humanity. Let me say it again. Speak out loud daily affirmations that value your importance to the Black community and humanity. Affirmations are a powerful tool of self-actualization. What you think you are is what you will become, and far too many members of the community think that they aren't worth what they truly are. Change that belief by speaking out loud every day that you are a powerful member of a powerful community. When you believe that you are powerful and that your people are powerful, you will be able to accomplish amazing things. I love my Blackness. My Blackness is powerful. I am powerful. My community is powerful. My people are powerful. My heritage is powerful. I am powerful. I am Black and I am powerful. I am African and I am powerful. Create your daily affirmations. You are powerful. You are beautiful. You can do anything you put your mind to. You are an African person. We have greatness in our DNA. We've been great since the time we set foot on this earth, since humanity spread throughout this earth. You are powerful. You are inferior to no one. I already told you that. You are powerful. You are Black. You are African. You are powerful. You are beautiful. You are strong. You are important. You are intelligent. You can do anything you put your mind to, because you are going to continue to reaffirm to yourself your power. You are Black, you are strong, you are beautiful, and you are powerful. Never forget. Never forget who you are. Never forget your power. You can do it. Every day remind yourself that you are Black, you are powerful. You are Black, you are intelligent. You are Black and you are beautiful. You are strong. You can do anything. Our next rule is the no bystander rule. Only press record when necessary. Otherwise, assist in de-escalating and removing Black human life from potentially dangerous and harmful environments or situations. We're in a time where instead of helping each other, we're looking for likes. We're looking to go viral. Pulling your phone out and just filming somebody going through a distressful situation is not helping. Even when it comes to the police at certain times and places and things. If there are 5 police officers and 30 people, and those police officers are committing crimes and there are 30 people, you need to do something. Some people have their place to hold it, to record. Let those people record. But if you can do something and help in saving our people, do it. We have to do more than just record. We're learning that it's more than just recording. If it was just about pulling the phone out and recording, Tamir Rice his death would have been justified. Other members of our community, Sandra Bland, their deaths would have been justified. Just Philando Castile, just now, the deaths would have been justified. They're on camera. And when things are on camera and it's a black person who's the perpetrator, that black person will be tried and all those things. They're going to jail. They're going to prison. They're going to suffer the consequences. But when crimes get committed against the black community, even if it's on camera, somehow these white people and other people seem to walk away. They seem to walk. So it's more than just recording, and we have to stop being bystanders to our own atrocities. We've become so accustomed to watching each other be harmed and kicked and thrown to the side by others. No more. We're not doing that no more. If you see something going wrong, do more than just pull your cameras out. We have to work to save ourselves and value black human life. The next code is the know yourself rule. Subscribe, take notes, and independently research historical content that directly points to your current existence. And you could do that by a good starting point is my website, this YouTube channel. This On the Shoulders of Giants YouTube channel. My On the Shoulders of Giants website, www.ontheshoulders.org or www.ontheshoulders1.com. I did a video. Go check out my video on African history scholars that you should study. You have to know yourself. Us knowing who we are is the foundation of us reclaiming our place in this world, on this earth. They stripped our history from us for a reason. They did it for a reason. Every other person, every other group of people that you usually interact with on a regular basis, they know who their history is. They know about their culture. It's time for us to reclaim our past. Know yourself. Know yourself. Know yourself. Know who you are. It's your responsibility. The next code is the black economics rule. Buy black, review black, respect black dollars. Black businesses work in conjunction with black customers. Black customers work in conjunction with black businesses. I saw a video a couple weeks ago. One of these new up and coming comedians. I don't know the girl name, but she was talking about how she don't support black businesses. And I'm just thinking, you a black business yourself, fool. Like, you as a black business is encouraging black people not to support black businesses. That's crazy. But let's think about this. Every black business may not be up to the codes and the standards that you're used to seeing in white businesses. Yes, you may have some businesses whose service is not the greatest. But guess what? We help our businesses get better. We don't trash them. We help them get better. That's what we do. We help them get better. I'm going to support black businesses until the day I'm not here no more. We have to support each other. There's no way that we can thrive without supporting each other. You can sit there and talk about that $1 trillion potential spending power that we have, that spending power, but it's not real power because we don't use it right. Black economics rule. Buy black, spend black, support black. Black on black on black on black. All black, everything. If you're not buying black, you crazy. The next code is the no generalization rule. The no generalization. No negative generalizations or smear campaigns against other community members. Roland Martin. If you saw, I'm sure everybody has seen the video. If not, it's on YouTube. Roland Martin invited Dr. Umar Johnson onto his show to try to lambaste and ambush him for promoting black power, black pride, black love, black unity, black families. Yeah, and trust me, Umar is who he is. Who you may not like Umar, and there are a lot of things I disagree with him about. But Roland Martin, what you did was uncalled for, and we got to call you out for it. According to these codes, you broke code. You tried to discredit this man on national TV for encouraging black people to love themselves as black people, to marry black, to support black. You crazy as hell, Roland Martin. Hey, it's imperative that we understand that life is a team sport, and you were drafted. You were born black, so this is the team that you're part of, whether you like it or not. And remember, white supremacy do not like you. So you can sit there and try to play for their team all you want. They don't like your black ass. They don't. You are just a tool for them to use, right? This means, look, when you generalize about the community, you are in fact including yourself in those generalized statements. If they are positive, you just complimented yourself. If they are negative, you just insulted yourself. You should be compassionate enough to understand that you do not know why that person is down on their luck, or you don't know why the other person is in a is having fantastic luck. Whatever problems you have with a particular person or even a group of people in the community, remember that they are on your team, and no matter how hard you try, you cannot disassociate yourself from the team. You was born a part of this team, and you're going to die a part of this team. You better love it. You better love it. We got to work together. That's why these codes are important. We have to embrace these codes. The last code, the 12th code, is the Sambo rule. Any black person that proves to be against the community is not protected by these codes of conduct. Any black person that works on a regular basis to hurt the black community, to degrade the black community, to disassemble the people in the black community and the organizations and the camaraderie in the black community that are working to uplift and empower and help move our community forward, all those people, they got to go. You are no longer protected by these codes. You are considered a Sambo, and you on your own. So when you get your Negro wake-up call from white America, you on your own. Look, while we honestly believe that with time we can create a culture so inviting and warm that no one will ever think of betraying the community, we also understand that those people are going to be out there. While we don't advocate feeding these people with any direct energy, positive or negative, we also don't feel like these people should feel obligated to respect someone that don't respect them. Our community is not obligated to respect people who continuously go outside of our community and try to bring our community down and lambast our community. A black person that is an enemy to his community is an enemy to himself and does not warrant the protection or respect of the community. To be clear, someone having a different opinion, no matter how odd or strange, does not make them a Sambo. But somebody that is actively attempting to destroy the community is clearly a Sambo, and the rule is for them. And once again, any black person that proves to be against the community is not protected by the code. So let me just run through these codes one more time. At the Vegas rule, what goes on in the community, the Vegas rule, what goes on in the community stays in the community, right? The good faith rule, communicate in good faith to identify issues and problem solve. The conservation of energy rule, make an effort to get involved with projects that generate collective statements regarding any issue that negatively impact black communities. The positive acknowledgement rule, make every effort to acknowledge and or at minimum greet members of your community when in their presence. Levels to this rule. Recognize levels and address them accordingly when it comes to credibility in research and expertise of field. Cracking the concrete rule. When achieving certain levels of knowledge and or power to progress the movement, create an opportunity for others to use the same pathway already forged. The daily affirmation rule. Speak out loud daily affirmations that value your importance to the black community and humanity. No bystander rule. Only press record when necessary. Otherwise, assist in de-escalating and removing black human life from potentially dangerous and harmful situations. Know yourself rule. Subscribe, take notes, and independently research historical content that directly points to your current existence. Black economics rule. Buy black, review black, respect black dollars. Black businesses working in conjunction with black consumers. The no generalization rule. No negative generalizations or smear campaigns against other community members. And the Sambo rule. Any black person that proves to be against the community is not protected by these codes. And once again, you can visit www.pactsinc.org to see these codes for yourself, to learn these codes, and we have to implement these codes into our daily lives if we are truly, truly, truly serious about liberating ourselves and uplifting ourselves from our oppressive situation and throwing off the shackles of white supremacy. We got to free our minds. Guaranteed the rest will follow. Once again, I'm Joseph Ward, the founder, author, and creator of On the Shoulders of Giants. Remember, September 4th, September 4th, September 4th. September 4th, I'm releasing my second book, On the Shoulders of Giants, Volume 2, Central America. It will be available for the paperback copies will be available on my websites. Once again, www.ontheshoulders.org, and my blog is www.ontheshoulders1.com. So ontheshoulders1.com. It'll also be available on Kindle and audiobook. So you can visit the Kindle Amazon and go to the Kindle section. You can go to audible.com and get the audiobook, and they will be available September 4th, and it's really going down. And remember, Volume 1, On the Shoulders of Giants, Volume 1, North America, is out now. Volume 2 is Central America, and it's coming out September 4th. I also have my African History Curriculum app, which is available in the Google Play Store now. So if you want to learn about African history, if you're truly serious about learning more about African history in a way that's relevant and constructive and empowering, go check out my material. And subscribe to this channel. Subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. Hey, man, I love being black. And, yeah, I love being black, man. Peace out.